QiGong is an ancient Chinese practice. The word is Mandarin and it translates in two separate things. So qi is our equivalent word for energy, more specifically life force. The word itself breaks apart into two Chinese characters that mean nothing, fire. The way that I interpret that is it's the fire or the energy or the essence that came out of nothingness, came out of space, came out of nowhere, because we learn about QiGong, gong being the word discipline or work or study. And this is essentially getting in touch with the qi that and how it flows throughout the body, because there's meridian lines, there's energy fields, there's all sorts of different ways that qi likes to flow, and it's going all around us in every which way. So when you enter a room and someone is upset and there's like tension in the room, that's your energy field and their energy field connecting. So learning QiGong is not only a practice in learning about yourself in a space, it's learning about your extrasensory perceptions. So like your capacity to be empathic or feel what another person's feeling, telepathic, thinking what another person's feeling, or thinking what another person's thinking, and so much more beyond that. Precognitive abilities, you know, you just get that much more in tune with the qi, which is giving you the life force energy that's animating the body. It's like the spirit that we both have individually and have collectively. And learning about what I like to call the different flavors, because you start to feel them in different ways, and I kind of relate those feelings to kind of flavors. Like you can tell what's vanilla and you can tell what's chocolate. So you'll be able to tell what is this energy, tell what that energy is. Is this my thoughts or feelings? Is this somebody else's thoughts or feelings? Is this a non-physical entity's thoughts or feelings? And what can I, myself, my persona do about it? But really the only thing that you have to learn about is where the qi is, how it feels, how to smooth it out. And when yours is smooth, it's like looking into a clear mirror and you're able to actually tell, oh, that's the bird talking, or that's that person feeling that way and I'm feeling this way. When you're able to more quickly snap into getting yourself into a neutral state. Neutral, calm, feeling relief, not super hyphy or amped, not super sad and down or anything, but kind of a happy medium. So we're going to find that happy medium now. We're going to start in what's called ready position. We always start in ready position. We find that ready position starting with the feet. Put your two fists together and measure out the space in between your feet. So parallel from toes to heels, 2 fist distance, and maybe a tiny bit more if it feels more comfortable, because a lot of times we learn that like this is hip and shoulder width right here, when it's like to the outside, so we want right in the middle. So from that, you're going to lift up your toes, all 10 toes, and sway your weight around in small circles, bringing all your awareness to the soles of your feet. And you'll notice when you lean to the left, you feel it on the left, lean to the right, back on your heels, forward on the balls of your feet. What we want to do is spiral that energy smaller and smaller circles until you have an even amount of pressure in both feet. Once you have that, reach your toes out, stretch them out, and then bring them down pinky to big toe. And right away you'll note how much more of a solid connection you have with your foundation or with the earth. This is the quickest way to know whether or not your standing posture is upright or leaning to one side or the other. So moving up from the feet, we're going to lock out our knees, try and pull your kneecaps up just to feel what locked position feels like, and then let it go and put them just out of lock. So we have a slight bend in our knees, but we still have straight legs. When we do that, head over shoulders, over hips, over feet, it's going to put the weight into the ground, whereas if you bend your knees a lot, you're going to feel it go into the muscles, or if you tighten too much, it's going to go into the tendons and the connective tissue. We want to be relaxed. So from that, bring your hands to your hips. Big thing for us human beings, for any sort of workout, QiGong or anything alike, is to note that our spine wants to make our butt stick out. This makes our low back susceptible to injury. So what we're going to do is we're going to scoop our tailbones under and forwards. And keep going like that until you've got a very clear lower abdomen engaged. It starts to feel tight right here. It'll feel silly at first. But then we're gonna take a slow breath in our nose and draw our belly buttons in and up, straightening out our low spine. So that pelvis is under and forward, navel is in and up. And then we're gonna exhale out the mouth, relax our hands down, and think about everything from my hips down to my feet, release. Empty your lungs of all your breath. And then inhale, lift up from your heart center towards the sky. Pause with that full breath in and pinch your shoulder blades gently together on your back. Not hard, but right behind your heart. And then exhale, open up your arms in this big circular shape. Palm facing palm connection in front of your belly. And do your best to have space underneath your armpits. There you go, yeah. And then we're gonna touch the tip of the tongue up against the upper palate behind your teeth. With a gentle pressure up, inhale, and lift your crown. And then gently shift your head back. Don't worry about it. Chin slightly to chest. Exhale, relax head, jaw, neck, shoulders, side body, all the way down to your feet. So we have this pulling in and up from our midline, navel in and up, chest up, crown up, and then a relaxing on our outsides, everything else down. So this is our ready position. Take just a few moments to get in touch with it, and I'll go over it again. Even amount of pressure in both feet, knees slightly bent, pelvis scooping under and forward, navel in and up, chest up, shoulders back together, arms relaxed but shoulders out, tip of the tongue touching the upper palate, crown lifted, head back, chin slightly down, and the whole head, neck, shoulders, side body, legs relaxed. Now we're going to begin to get in touch with the chi with our empty forced breath. We inhale in and out the nose, inhale in the nose, exhale out the nose, and as we inhale, we expand the space in between our arms a few inches. And then as we exhale, slowly contract the space in between your arms. Cultivating chi on the inhale, expand. Solidifying a little bit more, exhale and contract. Feel the space in between your hands as if those molecules are coming closer together and you feel a little bit more density in the air. Inhale, expand. Feel as if you've got light taffy stuck between the palms of your hands and it stretches on the inhale. As you exhale, it naturally wants to pull back together. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Keep those armpits open. Chi moves predominantly, as it pertains to us being human beings, the way we think and the way we breathe. So if you're looking for it, if you're looking to think about it, breathe about it, feel about it, it might not become apparent fully at first, though you guys are pretty in tune, so you'll probably start to have some experience, maybe a bit of heat or electricity, buzzy feeling in the palms of the hands. But it'll become more and more apparent over time. Let's take 2 more breaths. Slowly exhale. Bring the hands as close together as you can. Feel your chi ball that you've just created. And then slowly direct it into your abdomen, what's called the lower dantian, right beneath your navel. Gently flexing, allowing it to absorb. And take a moment here, holding your hands on your lower dantian, palm over palm, just to check into your body. How are you feeling? What's your current state of emotion? where in your body feels good, where in your body could feel a little bit better. And we're not doing this to judge or critique, we're just tapping into this for contrast later on. You'll notice how quickly the way in which we're thinking, feeling, and all states of being are going to shift really rapidly. So to begin, we start with our toroidal breathing, palm facing palm connection. We're going to inhale through our nose and slowly guide energy up through our midline. Inhale and slowly lift the hands and the arms. Keep breathing in, even if it's a little uncomfortable. With the hands and the crown reaching straight up, relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, relax your wrists, and slowly breathe out as you bring your hands down the outside edges of the torus. The torus essentially is this big donut-shaped energy field with an infinite point at the center of your heart. It's like a donut with a very small hole. Inhale, move the hands up the midline. Full breath in. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, relax and slide down as you breathe out the nose. Empty your lungs almost to the point of it being uncomfortable. And repeat. Moving at your own slow pace. The chi likes to move slowly, like a water, mist, or fog. The faster you move, the less you interact with it. The idea behind Tai Chi, which I like to think about as the son of QiGong, the martial artist, the adventurer, the defender. The idea of Tai Chi is you do all the positions very slow moving. So when the time comes to actually defend yourself, you're not thinking about what to do. It's just done. So let's breathe out this one more breath, moving in the fire direction of the torus, burning through any blockages. And then we're going to switch direction, inhale up to the heart center. Exhale, press the arms down. Pause, turn palms face out, as if gravity were above us. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. Collecting water-based chi, exhale as if you had a torrential downpour and fill the body with chi. Upper dantian, mental body fills. Middle dantian, emotional body fills. Lower dantian, physical body fills. Inhaling up. Think about your arms evaporating towards the sky. And exhale, flow through. Keep that chin up. Tip of the tongue still touching the upper palate. Let's do 2 more breaths in this direction. So this is the energy field that you're picking up on, that tension in the room. If you ever find that tension, instead of confronting it, take some space to yourself, do a few of these breaths in both directions, and then re-enter the space and watch what happens. You will have taken the edge off of the situation, if not quelled the energy completely, just by smoothing out your own energy field. Let's do 1 more breath. We can think about it as we're tuning our instrument, or the instrument that is the body with this. And when we enter the space with other instruments, other bodies, when other people are out of tune, and we're all professional at this instrument, whether we think we are or not. Some people more practice, more disciplined than others. But the other instruments in the room will want to tune itself to the one in the greatest tune or the best frequency. And it'll just start happening automatically in people's subconscious. All right, let's exhale and bring the hands back down to the midline. Empty the lungs and bring your hands back, palm over the lower dantian, just beneath your belly button. And this is our check-in space. So notice if anything has shifted. How do you feel differently? Your breath still flowing in and out your nose. And we're going to start moving energy simply with your breathing and your mind. So any places that don't feel so good still, be it physical, mental, emotional, with the breath in, think about drawing energy into the body. And with the breath out, it washes over the problem area. So if it's something in your head, something you're thinking about, wash it through the brain and the nervous system. If it's something emotional, wash it through your heart, circulatory system. If it's something physical, wash it through that part of the body. So practicing just these two forms, the empty forced breath and the toroidal breathing, will dramatically increase your power, your influence over a space, over your focus, and over any pain or uncomfortability you might be experiencing. What we'll eventually do is be able to practice this breath without even using the hands, and you'll just think about yourself doing this breath. Think about yourself doing the movement while you breathe and scan the body, and you'll get the same impact. Eventually become instinctual. If your mind is bothering you, your thoughts, you can breathe through it. Emotions, same thing. Physical, same thing. It's just a matter of, can we catch ourselves in unserving patterns? Because anything that doesn't feel good, that is not what we desire to do, is out of alignment with our higher self or our light body. But it's up to us to catch ourselves and change our pattern or change what we're doing. So if you feel negative, if you feel really angry or hurt, stop yourself, take a few of these breaths, and take the edge off. Get yourself back into a neutral space so you can make a positive step forward, rather than something chaotic or just responding back in anger or hate or pain, because that's just going to create a vicious cycle. It's a humbling practice to do when someone throws something negative at you and you're supposed to respond back positively or neutrally. But in time, you won't have to, it won't seem like you have to do it quite so much, because it'll become automatic. So now let's just walk in place, move intuitively. And by that I mean just stretch your body, do whatever seems natural. And that's QiGong lesson 1.